One wrong move on Airbnb can wipe out your profits before you even get started. I'm talking about things like the wrong pricing, poor communication, or not keeping up with your property. These mistakes don't just cost you money, they can completely destroy your reviews and your reputation. And the worst part of it, most people don't even realize they're making them. And trust me, I'm talking from personal experience. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the biggest Airbnb mistakes both new and existing hosts fall into, and most importantly, how you can avoid them. And if you take this lesson seriously, you're going to save yourself a lot of money, a lot of stress, and a lot of sleepless nights. Now, the first mistake is jumping into Airbnb without doing your proper market research. Too many people think if I just list my property, people will book it. That's just not how this game works. Airbnb is supply and demand. If your area has too much supply and not enough travelers, your property is going to be empty. And if you set the wrong price without checking the competition, you will either scare away your bookings or you're going to attract the wrong types of guests. So here's how to fix it. Instead of guessing, start with the data that's already out there. Go to Airbnb or Booking.com, type in your location and filter for properties similar to yours. Same number of bedrooms, entire home within half a mile, and just scroll through and look carefully. Are their calendars mostly filled or mostly empty? What prices are they charging on weekdays versus weekends? How many reviews are they getting every single month? When you do this across 2 to 3 nearby locations that are within 1 hour radius of where you are, you're going to quickly spot the areas that are really successful and the ones that you should avoid. The key here is simple. Don't invest time or money into an area until you know exactly what's happening with demand. Research is free, but skipping it could cost you thousands of pounds. Now, the second mistake is pricing your property the wrong way. People tend to price emotionally. They think this looks like 150 pounds on that property, or I'll just charge more than my neighbors because my property looks nicer. But the reality is Airbnb is not about what you think it's worth. It's about what the market is willing to pay. If your property is overpriced, your calendar will just be empty. If you're underpriced, you're going to get bookings but make no profit, and you end up burning yourself out trying to cover the cost. The solution is to be strategic, not emotional. Start by looking at your competition's average nightly rate in your chosen area. Use dynamic pricing tools like Price Labs or Beyond Pricing. They track demand and they adjust prices for you automatically. And if you're brand new, set your prices slightly lower for the first 10 bookings. It's going to help you build your reviews really quickly. And once you start getting 5-star feedback, then you can raise your prices confidently. And don't forget to factor in the cleaning fees and the Airbnb fees as well. Smart pricing keeps you competitive while protecting your profit margin. If you get this wrong, you're either going to lose money or you're going to get no bookings at all. Now, the third mistake is underestimating the importance of guest communication. Just think about it. Your guests are typically arriving in a new city. They're tired from traveling. Maybe they're stressed out from delayed flights. The last thing they want is confusion about how to check in or radio silence when they ask you a question. Poor communication is not just going to frustrate your guests, it's going to show up directly in your reviews. And Airbnb ranks you partly on your response time and guest satisfaction. So slow replies or unclear instructions is going to drag your listing in the dirt. So here's how you do it right. Set up automated check-in messages that send 24 hours before arrival with clear step-by-step instructions and photos if possible. Always respond to messages within an hour, even faster if you can. Just use saved replies for common questions like where do I park or what's the Wi-Fi password. Be proactive. Send a message mid-stay just to actually check that everything is going well. Good communication equals happy guests, equals better reviews and higher visibility on Airbnb. Now, just quickly, before we go any further, if you're finding this helpful so far, hit that like button so YouTube knows this video is worth sharing, and make sure you subscribe if you want more practical and valuable Airbnb tips every single week. Now, the fourth mistake is neglecting property maintenance. A lot of new hosts just focus on getting bookings, but they forget about the basics, like keeping the property in top condition. A broken boiler, a leaky tap, or a worn out sofa might seem small, but to a guest it's a big deal. And once again, it will show up in your reviews. Have your cleaners leave notes after every turnover if they spot damage or they see some wear and tear. And you want to schedule an inspection every single month. Do a quarterly appliance check. Things like kettles, washing machines, and showers. Those things break faster when you're running an Airbnb. Keep spare items on hand, things like bowls, batteries, fresh breading, towels. That way small issues don't turn into big disasters, and you know when you need them, you have them there. Preventing maintenance issues protects your reputation and saves you money long term. It's much cheaper to replace a kettle today than to refund a guest tomorrow. So let's quickly recap the 4 biggest mistakes that beginners hosts make. Jumping in without proper research, setting prices emotionally instead of strategically, poor or delayed communication with guests, neglecting regular property maintenance. These mistakes might sound simple, but they're the exact reasons that many hosts fail or give up early. The truth is, Airbnb isn't just about listing a property and waiting for the money to roll in. It's about building a business. Systems and preparations are what separates the amateurs from the pros. The good news, every single one of these mistakes is 100% avoidable. If you take the time to research, set your pricing with intention, communicate clearly, and maintain your property properly, you're already ahead of 90% of new hosts out there. So you got nothing to worry about. Do those things consistently, and you won't just avoid losses. You will build a profitable, sustainable Airbnb business that gives you income, freedom, and the peace of mind that you're looking for. If this video saved you even one of these mistakes, then do me a favor, hit that like button so that more people can actually find it. And if you want my step-by-step checklist for launching your Airbnb business in the next 30 days, I've actually put together a free resource that you can download. Just click the link in the description below. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications, because every week I'm going to be sharing real-world tips that help you scale your Airbnb business the right way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.